Good day, Chronicle for December 13, 2022. Bryansk region. At night, Ukrainian formations attacked the city of Klintsy. The Russian side claims that air defense systems shot down an air target. Debris fell on the parking lot of industrial and military equipment. There are no victims or injured. But the network has a video with a huge funnel and an inverted technique. Starobelsk direction. On the Kupyansko-Svatovsky section of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, a local offensive of the RF Armed Forces is expected. For reinforcement, additional units were deployed to the area of Monachinovka and Mitrofanovka, and mines were also laid. Reinforcements are planned to be transferred to the Sinkovka-Petropavlovka line to strengthen the positions of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and mobile air defense systems are put on full combat readiness. In the area of the settlements of Tavolzhanka and Kolomyychikha, sabotage and reconnaissance groups operate. They are searching for Russian firing positions and aiming artillery and tactical aircraft. On the Lemansky section of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, they are preparing for an attack on the Svatovo-Kremenaya line. There is a concentration of personnel and equipment along the line of contact. At the turn of Makeevka, Zhuravka gully, units of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, with the support of attack aircraft from the Pavlograd airfield, conducted reconnaissance in force in order to assess the state of defense of the RF Armed Forces. In the vicinity of Terny, additional forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine were deployed. In addition, the rotation of the 19th Combined Defense Battalion, which suffered heavy losses during the battles in the Dnipro area, was carried out. Soledar direction. Assault detachments of PMC Wagner broke through the defense of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on the eastern outskirts of Bakhmut. At the Bakhmut site, Russian units established full control over the Champagne Winery and the Sinyat Winery. To the southeast, fighting is going on near the waste sorting plant and on Fyodor Maximenko Street. Assault groups are also advancing to the northeast. Several strongholds of the Ukrainian army were occupied near the village of Podgorodnoye. The command of the Armed Forces of Ukraine conducts an emergency rotation of personnel to maintain combat capability. In the central part of Bakhmut and on the northern outskirts, assault groups were formed to conduct a counteroffensive. The forces of the 58th Brigade have been withdrawn from the combat zone to training grounds in the Sumy or Chernihiv region. Artillery crews of the 28th and 53rd Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine are conducting a massive shelling of the areas of the alleged advance of the RF Armed Forces in Opytny, Bakhmutsky, Zaytsevo, Kupyansko, and Maersk. Engineering and sapper groups blew up the railway bridge in Paraskovivka to slow down the advance of Russian troops. Donetsk direction. Clashes continue in the center of Makeevka. Russian troops occupied the highway in the direction of Krasnogorovka, cutting off the city's supply line. In the Ugliter sector of the RF Armed Forces, fighting is being carried out on the southwestern outskirts of the village of Neskushnoy. Ukrainian formations from cannon artillery fired at the settlements of the Donetsk agglomeration. Residential buildings and the mechanical repair shop of the Sturol chemical plant in Gorlovka were also hit. Zaporozhye direction. The Armed Forces of Ukraine switched to active counter-battery combat and disabling rear facilities in order to cut off the supply of the RF Armed Forces grouping. In the Orkovsky sector, the Ukrainian command is understaffing units of the 3rd Battalion of the 65th Omber with mobilized without combat training. In the Polochsky sector, sabotage and reconnaissance groups of the Armed Forces of Ukraine are searching for the positions of the RF Armed Forces and aiming artillery at them. Southern Front, Kherson direction. Artillery duels continue on the southern sector of the front. Russian troops hit targets in Kherson, Chernobivka, Tokarivka, and Okakovo. In turn, Ukrainian formations from barrel artillery fired at Novaya Kakhovka. See you soon.